Hi, this is Chris Boyer, or Sloth Paladin, and this is the commentary for True Love Waits. This opening sequence was actually inspired by a terrible B-movie called The Beginning of the End, where Chicago was attacked by grasshoppers. This title, True Love Waits, was designed to make people not quite sure what to expect. It ended up making people not very interested in seeing the film until Oldor's review. We used the buildings from Attack of the Evil Robotic Turkey from Outer Space, and we actually burnt them with a blowtorch to give them that beat-up look. I don't know how many people actually noticed that. And here is the couple with the cheesiest love dialogue ever recorded. Okay, I'm going to pause for this shot because it's pretty complex. What we have here is several different compositions. The original shot is just a board with a par can and a red gel over it, and it's the only light in the room, and we just drove the car in, and the lens flare just filled the camera up with glare and created this really hard silhouette. We then took a sky, which I rendered in Bryce, and I composited it over that. And Vision Lab Studios had just come out, and it was a new toy that I wanted to play with. And I added a particle effect with a displacement image over this shot just to check it out, and because I could.
Meanwhile, in outer space.
This Meanwhile in Outer Space is something we came up towards the end of the night on THAC, or the 24-hour animation contest, because we still thought we could finish it in one day, and it was going to be the Deus Ex Machina for the end of the film. The dialogue in this scene, I love you more than anything in the world, oh, but I love you twice that much, is sort of based on the stupid things kids say, like, well, infinity, oh yeah, infinity times two. But, applied to romance, it's even dumber remark. Now, the moon was actually just a par can behind a sheet. I don't think you can really see that, but some people wondered why it wasn't round, and it actually is not a digital effect, and we just didn't try very hard to make it circular. Now, in this transformation, he actually bends down because we cut most of his neck stud off with a Dremel so that we could have a little bit more flexibility in the animation. And here is one of the best scenes ever. Okay, this sequence where we had the car turn into a ship, was something that we had to fit into the movie regardless of what the theme for the contest was. If we could not fit a pirate ship transformation, we weren't going to film anything because, man, that was just a cool idea, and we wanted to do it. And pirate silhouetting the moon saying "Arr" is always good times, and this sound effect is really lame. This cop Boris is actually inspired by Tor Johnson. We had to actually pull out my copy of Plan 9 to watch some dialogue because we couldn't think of any dialogue bad enough for him to say. And if you notice, there's actually practical light in the police station. These cannon shots were really too close. We actually practically lit each cannon with a flashlight to give it that nice glow, and then put a gun flare over the cannon barrel. I really have no idea where we came up with catapulting a car, but it seemed like a good idea at the time. And we have a pretty bad dialogue. Unfortunately, the cop sounds almost exactly like the non-transformed pirate. I blame my unflexible and poor voice acting abilities for that, and I really like this shot. If you noticed, the light pole waved a little. As the ship falls, the background was actually really messy, and I had to do a lot of masking to fix the shot up. Most of the skies looked horrible as well, and we had to mask out a lot of stuff in various shots just to get the skies so that they looked like skies and not a sheet that was waving in the air conditioner that was trying desperately to keep the room at a reasonable temperature. The pirate ship falls down, and you can hear us dumping out our entire Lego chest on the floor for that sound effect. Brian did a fantastic job animating this sword fight sequence. It's pretty funny, I think, and the timing is just great. And we have these ridiculous, almost dance-style moves. That's a bite, and because he's a were-pirate, his bite is contagious, and we thought flashing a flashlight would be a good way to transform, even though it's pretty lame. And here's our Deus Ex Machina again. It comes down, and we fry those. And the top of that flying saucer is actually a CD stomper labeler thingy. It's kind of weird, but thanks for watching.